Well, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today I wanted to work on a triple townhouse. So, three townhouses right next to each other. I did want them to be kind of staircased back a little bit just to have some kind of dimension to it. And I wasn't entirely sure from there. I was going to do, or I did do like three different stories for each one. They are pretty much the same exact layout for each townhouse. Now, I think I have this built in as a residence, but you can, when you download it, if you want to use it as a rental, you could, change the type of building that it is, no problem. However, I went ahead and started to, place down some furniture, of course, to, try to figure out my dimensions and whatnot, and realized that they were way too long. So I did shorten them up a little bit in the downstairs. But then when I went to the second floor, I was just decorating away, doing my floor plan and everything, and realized, oh no, it's sticking out further than the bottom floor. But when I looked at it, I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. So I left it that way. And I think that definitely added some dimension. It, to me, works in the back half of the house more so than it would have worked in the front half of the house. But that little piece that's sticking out, the top of it is going to be a balcony. So each of those rooms on that end are going to have their own little private balcony. The fact that they're offset from each other also gives you a little bit of privacy, but you can just kind of lean over the railing a little bit and you can talk to your neighbors, kind of thing. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of cute. Just something I picked up when I went on vacation. Well, actually, it was my honeymoon at the time to Cancun, and that's kind of how the balconies were. You just have to lean over the balcony a little bit. But anyway, the point is back to the build. Sorry about that. But I started to place the windows, and I started to place them on the outside, and then I was like, yeah, that's not going to work. I have to place them from the inside. So the outside windows do kind of look a little funky, but I think I fixed it as best I could. Not a problem. I think it ended up working out just fine. The roof wasn't so bad. I did have to bring in the eaves on the extra pieces there, but it all worked out. The columns, the fencing, I got it all done. And here in just a little bit, I'm going to walk you through the completed build. It's a little different, but I think you'll like it. So make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe, and don't go anywhere. Just blink. Okie dokie. I am all done, y'all. This was fun. This was difficult, but it was fun. Basically, what I did was the middle unit here, the blue unit, is 100% lived in. They've been living in it for a little while now. They've got a couple of kids, and so it's all fully decorated. The light brown unit is, I guess, ready to rent with some basic furnishings. Not a lot, but some basic furnishings, a bed, a couch, things like that. The green unit over here, however, is they just finished it. They just finished repainting it. They haven't put in any furniture, no kitchen appliances, nothing like that. So it is completely empty. The floor plan is there, but the amenities are not. So if you download this one, I think you have to do it like as a rental. You'll have to change it because right now I have it as residential, but you can change it, I believe, to a rental. And then, so this would be unit 1, unit 2, and unit 3. So let's just get into it, shall we? So I'm just going to show you in more detail for the middle unit, and then I'll show you like an overhead view of the other 2 units, so I don't waste too much of your time. Plus, there's not much to look at. So here we have a little patio set for 3 with a little citronella candle, and that is why it is yellow. They have a little bit of landscaping out here with some hydrangeas and lavender. Nice, peaceful little spot to sit and, just, woo, what am I doing? Check out what's going on across the street over here. Just chill. No biggie. We do have a couple of things on the porch, not a lot. Now, I could not, with the railings, if I put the railings on both sides, I get this right here on the wall. I wasn't too concerned about the railing on the left, just this part here on the blue wall. I did not like that at all. And I could not draw one in just because of the way the stairs were laid. So I grabbed these beautiful little bushes. I put 3 here stacked on top of each other, 2 stacked on top, and then 1 on the bottom to kind of staircase it down and just make it look like it was done on purpose. So as you see, all 3 units are the same. You're looking right at the bushes, which is fine. No biggie. We have the teen daughter and child boy bike out front. The windows, I chose these. They just gave it a little more character. I really wanted them to be kind of further down like that. But in doing that, it didn't, they were too low on the inside. So I had to raise them up. And I was going to do like, what's that? The medium height walls, but I would have had to do the bottom too. And they just were way too tall. They did not look right. And the inside, the walls to me were just way too high. So I didn't do that. I left it like this. If you download it, all you have to do is click on it and click this part right here where it says medium wall, and it will pop it up for you. But like I said, I just personally thought that the walls were too high for that. Each unit has the same windows, the same exterior doors, the same exterior kind of landscaping, not landscaping, fencing and things like that. The only difference is, as you see, they are kind of stair-stepped in or back. So the brown unit has the smaller front area, but they have a larger back area. And then with the green one, they have a larger front area and a smaller back area. So I think it's fair no matter which way you look at it. In the backyard, we don't have a whole lot, but we do have a grill, a chess table, wind chimes, picnic table, water balloon bucket with a hose so you could fill up those water balloons, soccer ball, telescope, and some plant pots out there. And each unit does come with their own garbage can, which is set outside, out back, which I'm saying is where the trash men come by and pick up the trash. That's what I'm going with. I did put concrete or not grass, essentially, all the way around and turn that into kind of like a little parking area. And in my mind, you can drive straight through. Usually they will park at a, cat corner, but since there are 3 units, I'm thinking 3 cars. There's going to be more than that, depending on how many people live there and their ages. But in my head, at this moment, we've got 1, 2, and 3 cars here. You can drive straight through. So figure it out when you park and be nice to your neighbors kind of thing. So that's pretty much it for the exterior. I know the windows don't line up very well. I wish I was able to line them up, but because of the floor plan that I had to do inside, this is kind of how the windows ended up. And no, it's not how the floor plan had to be done. It's how I did the floor plans. And I wasn't going to change that. So the unfortunate part about the middle unit, they don't have a lot of windows. They have these windows in the front and these windows in the back. The outside units, of course, have side windows, so they get more light. But that's okay. They don't mind. They get a good deal, and they love it. So let's go inside. I want to show you. I will say, walking up to it, I looked up, and I'm like, that looks real. I love it. So we're going to go inside. Front door right here. You walk in, and you walk into the living room. Kind of a modern uptake on the unit. I'm going to say that these are not necessarily rentals so much as lease. So you have the ability to do whatever you want to it, essentially, within reason. But, you can change the floors, you can change the doors, change out the windows. You can do whatever you want, essentially. But in here, we've got the keyboard, nice little sofas, nice big table, some stuff on the walls, TV with game console, got a nice little Alexa speaker, the alarm system, and a place to drop off your keys and mail. This rug, I tried out several different rugs, and this rug, as soon as I laid it down, I'm like, yeah, I think I kind of like that. So I kept it for a very, very long time. And I thought, well, I'll just come back to it. I never came back to it because it just fits so well. So the only thing about that rug, though, it was really difficult to get wall coverings that I wanted. I wanted a wallpaper with like a design or something, and there was only one that fit it, and I was not going to use it because it looked like the rug. It was a perfect match, but I was like, no, that's way too busy. So at the very last minute, I decided to do the paneling, and I really, really like the way that turned out. I'm glad I ended up doing the paneling. And the paneling does continue upstairs in the stairwells and landings as well. This here is the half bath. All the bathrooms basically are the same fixtures, same accessories, and all of that, with just a little bit of difference, but not much. So they are going to be pretty much the same. On the other side of this wall, you do have your thermostat, but you do also go up the stairs, and we'll go up there momentarily. Here is your lovely, beautiful, modernized, I guess, kitchen and dining area. It's quite a large area. I think it looks really good. We've got the trash can, some stuff on the walls. This table here, I think, just is perfect. We got the kitchen cabinets, and no, the top cabinets are not a duplicate or not a match to the bottom cabinets, because I did not like the top cabinets for countertops. I didn't like it. I just didn't. So I found a brown cabinet that closely matched the countertops, and I just went with that, and I really like how that turned out. I'm not one to do different cabinets on the top than on the bottom. Usually they're the very same, but you know, when you are dead set on these cabinets right here, because they're so cool and they give off the feeling that you want, but the top cabinets just don't fit right, you kind of have to figure something out. So I did, and I'm glad I did. And this little bar cart here was a last minute addition because there was way too much space sitting out here, and I wasn't about to change the layout of the kitchen. I like the way it was. I just had to fill in that space somehow, and I didn't want to add more counters and make a bar top. It took up too much space that way. This way it is a little bit thinner than a countertop, so it took up just enough space, and I really, really like it. Now we're going to go upstairs. Oh, there's a light right there in your face. Oops. So this is the second floor. We have a hanging light. A hanging plant right there in the corner. We also have the hallway down here with a nice long runner. And in the hallway, we've got this hall table that has books on the bottom, some decor, and then a lovely picture on not the ceiling, no, on the wall. All the doors are arched, and then you've got a double storage closet over here for whatever. Now, this here is the office that the kids essentially share. This is the kids' floor. So they have their own computer with their favorite movie poster. They've got some bookcases with some books, of course, and just some stuff on the wall that they've created, stuff they don't want to forget about, things like that. And yes, it is an archway and not a door. I felt that it gave it more of a different type of functionality for that room. Instead of another bedroom, it was just a room. So if you download it and your family has a baby or something, you can turn this room into a baby's room, so it's easier to access it. Or take out the arch and put in a door, whatever. This middle door here, well, actually the first door, is the boy's bedroom. He is a boy child. Favorite colors are, why is that just sitting right there? I forgot all about that. Oh boy, I gotta fix that. Anyway, blue and purple, as you can see. I couldn't decide on a wallpaper. I saw this one and I'm like, oh yeah, yep, that's it. And then of course I filled up his walls with void critters and other purple posters and whatnot. He's a bit of a messy child, so he's got stuff all over the floor. Parents are like, whatever, he gets good grades in school, we don't care. But obviously he likes to have snacks in his bedroom, so he's got cereal boxes, and his parents don't like that very much, but they're working on it. This here is the shared bathroom with his sister. So they do have a shower tub, a very nice shower tub combo. The sink, toilet, same amenities as downstairs. Only difference is they have a shower and tub combo, of course. Some stuff on the walls and some towels. This door takes you into his sister's bedroom. Look at this bedroom. Wow. It's beautiful. I love it. It's so pretty. It's so like I'm a mature teenager kind of feel. But she's got her beautiful curtains. She did the curtains as well over the bed. I did that, I think, for the first time a few videos ago. And I really liked the way it looked. So I might start doing that more often. I'm going to try not to, because I want to give you different things to look at, but we'll see how that goes. And then this is the door that leads you back out into the hallway. I got to fix the bottom of those stairs too. Then we're going to go upstairs and we're going to go super fast. Dang it, there's another light. So this is the landing on the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor is the parents' bedroom. On the landing, you've got the bookcase, picture, plant, and then this is their bedroom. It is a very large bedroom, but this is why it is the master suite. They've got their decor. They've got a bookcase over there, stuff on the walls, a place to lounge and read a book and just, take in the peacefulness of your big, huge bedroom. They've got their computer desk over there, their bed. Out here is their private little balcony with the wall of plants. They can still talk to their neighbors if they want to, but, essentially they kind of all keep to themselves. Well, right now they don't have any neighbors, so. And then this door takes you into their private bathroom, which is quite large, and it is gorgeous. I love it. You got the double sink, you've got the plant on the wall, you've got the bathtub with the curtain, the beautiful shower. Love it, love it, love it. I used the glass panel from Sleep Bathroom on both of these, and then I also used that shelf thing from Sleep Bathroom as well, and just kind of very carefully lined it up in the middle, at the bottom part of that partition, I guess. And I think it works out perfectly with the toilet being right there. It's like just a little tiny bit of privacy that you would need when you're, going poop. Just my opinion. I do think you need privacy when you poop. Anywho, that's beside the point. Let me fix those few little things, and then we will do a top-down view. I know why I couldn't see the coins, because they're right here, but they're right under the light. So when I was moving things, I couldn't see it. No matter which way you go, you really, really don't see it. It also kind of blends into the rug down here, or the carpet. But anyway, thought I'd let you know. So taking a look from the top down, here's the unit that we just walked through, the one in the middle. This unit on the right, as you can see, there's no furniture, no bathroom, no kitchen. So if you download this one and move your Sims in, you can do the layout however you want. This doesn't have to be the living room. It could be the kitchen and dining, and you can put the living room in the back if you want. Or if you want to redo the interior walls, you can do that too. But it gives you the freedom to do absolutely anything you want. If you want a very basic rental with furnishings, then the one on the left would be the one that you would choose. You've got your basic bathroom stuff down here, big old lights. You've got a couch and a sofa, got a place to eat, and a way to cook, as well as cabinets. And then on the 2nd floor, here's the one we walked through. This is the one that has absolutely nothing, not even lights. This one here is kind of laid out already. Bathroom, 2 beds and a single bed there. And then on the very top floor, again, absolutely nothing on the right. And on the left, you have a bed and the full bathroom. So at least you have choices. You have options. So if you decide to rent one out, you could rent this one out. You have your basic necessities, and it would be super cheap, I can imagine. I don't know. I've not played with for rent yet. I mean, I have used the stuff to build, but I haven't used actual gameplay. Now, the one here on the left also comes with a grill and a picnic table out back and a trash can. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, no, that is it. I hope you guys like it. I hope that I gave you a little bit of inspiration. Let me know if I did and what you found inspiring, how you plan on using it in the future. But don't forget to hit like, comment with any other comments, questions, or suggestions. And if you haven't already, do feel free to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, y'all, have fun.